Hello, my name is Alda Ryoguchi. Here I will interpreting audiovisual. Before that, I will to explain interpretations is. Let's start. There will be 3 sub-discussion here. 1. Definition. 2. Type. 3. Example. The first is definition. Interpretation is the act of explain, reframing, or demonstrating your own understanding of something. A person who translates one language into another is called an interpreter. The interpreter will listen, understand, and remember the content of the search language, which will then be conveyed into another language without reducing the intent and content. The second, we will discuss the types of interpretations. 1. Simultaneous interpretations. Simultaneous interpretation is an oral translation that is carried out without waiting for the search text to be read or uttered until it is finished, but is carried out simultaneously during the speech. When a phrase or clause is understood then at the time, an interpretation has also been carried out, but is possible for a new utterance to be translated when it is the form of a sentence. 2. Consecutive interpretation. The translation process is carried out alternately or sequentially. The interpreter must listen first and then take note of the important points and then convey the translation to the recipient's listener after the speaker has finished speaking. 3. Whisper interpretation. This interpretation is done when two people do not understand each other because of different languages and do not understand each other. This interpretation is also done by whispering to client and is usually limited to 2 to 3 people. The third is an example.
Menteri Pendidikan dan Kebudayaan Nadiem Makarim menjawab rencananya menghapus ujian nasional di sekolah. Nadiem menyatakan pendidikan karakter serta kemampuan siswa tak bisa dinilai hanya dari soal berupa pilihan ganda. Dan berikut cuplikan wawancara anchor CNN Indonesia Desi Anwar dengan Nadiem Makarim.
Oke, jadi di luar daripada mengganti UN jadi asesmen kompetensi ya. Idealnya seperti apa? Sangat sulit mengetes kreativitas, kemampuan berkolaborasi dengan suatu standardized test, ya kan? Nggak semua yang penting dalam pendidikan itu bisa diukur dalam tes pilihan ganda. Itu harus pertama dimengerti.
Yeah.
Minister of Education and Culture Nadiem Makarim answered his plan to abolish the national examination in school following his interview. Beyond replacing the national examination from assessment, it is very difficult to test creativity and collaboration skill with standardized tests. Not all important things in education can be measured by multiple choice.
Bahwa sebenarnya hal-hal yang lebih penting lagi yaitu kreativitas, kolaboratif, kemampuan berkolaborasi, kemampuan komunikasi, kemampuan untuk punya compassion terhadap sesama, yaitu akhlak. Itu hal-hal yang sangat sulit diukur dengan pilihan ganda. Makanya yang kita ingin lakukan adalah membuat aktivitas-aktivitas di dalam kelas itu partisipatif, bukannya pasif.
Creativity, collaboration skill, communication skill, and the ability to have a convention to others, namely morality, are very important things to measure. Therefore, what we want to do is make the activities is the classroom participatory, not passive.
Ya, Kuncinya
Guru
adalah
di depan berceramah, mengajar, dan murid semua mendengarkan, bukan seperti itu lagi.
betul. Sekarang ini metodenya adalah ada silabus yang dikontrol secara pusat. Itu ada materi, sekarang asumsinya adalah guru punya itu materi harus ditransfer kepada murid. Murid tinggal dengerin aja, menghafal, lalu nanti dites. Ini bukan namanya pembelajaran.
Iya.
Ini adalah namanya
Menghafal.
menghafal. Nah,
Currently, the method is a centrally controlled syllabus. There is material now. The assumption is that the teachers has the material that must be transferred to the student, and the student only listen, memorize, and then take the test. This is not called learning. This is called memorization.
proses pembelajaran adalah sebenarnya proses refleksi, di mana gurunya pun harus melakukan refleksi, di mana apa itu kurikulum, dia olah lagi dalam diri, dia olah lagi, dia buat penilaian sendiri. Dari proses itulah guru mulai mengerti esensi dari pembelajaran kurikulum itu. Baru setelah itu dengan muridnya pun
The learning process is actually a reflection process where the teacher also has to reflect. He reworks what curriculum, he makes his own assessment. From that fraction, the teacher begins to understand the essence of learning the new curriculum after that with his students.
harus berpartisipasi dalam proses itu, harus berdiskusi, bertanya, muridnya yang harus presentasi, menyebut lagi apa yang diutarakan oleh guru, perdebatan harus terjadi, dan juga harus banyak tanya, banyak coba, banyak berkarya.
The students have to participate in the process, have to discuss, ask questions. Students have to present and mention what the teacher has said. Debates have to occur and also have to ask a lot question and try.